What's up, everybody? Welcome to the MrMaple Show. I'm Brian.
And I'm Corbin. And today, we're going to be bringing you an awesome episode, sneak peek video.
Oh, yeah.
Of the sale of the 10 at 10 items that are dropping today at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Might be a little earlier for some of you other people out there out west, but guys, we had to keep it that way because the name has a nice ring to it, man. 10 at 10.
10 at 10.
But it's actually 20. So there's a couple things we haven't changed the name on, but you know, we like bringing y'all some awesome plants. And today we got an awesome maple. Got Lima Gold, guys.
Woo! Man, this is a killer dwarf Japanese maple. I love the dwarfs, man, because, you know, my garden's kind of small. And so for me personally, it's like, if I see a nice, beautiful dwarf, I'm like, ooh, I think I might still have a spot left for something like this. But yeah, Lima Gold's really, really beautiful, man. Tiny little leaves, nice little kind of sharp pointed lobes on that. Gives it a great texture. And I love kind of how that new growth, the leaves start out even smaller. It's like these just almost microscopic type leaves, just tiny little leaves on the tips. Really cool cultivar, man.
Yeah, I just love all of those kind of ball-shaped Japanese maples out there. They usually have some smaller leaves. They usually have some nice spring color that they're popping off with. And then as that time goes, they go through some great fall transitions. But then you get to see the structure of them, which is really cool because it is like a bonsai almost, you know? It's like this beautiful tree. It's slowly growing. It's putting on age. It looks mature because sometimes they do get pretty mature.
Yeah.
You get a beautiful tree. If you're into pruning, I think a sphere, like spherical kind of ball-shaped tree is a good place to start.
Yeah.
Especially if you're trying to do some layering and that sort of thing. It's just kind of a blank canvas, you know. I'm a little bit of a wood carver. I know some of you guys have seen that on my Instagram story. That's still kind of how I imagine, like, pruning trees and that sort of thing. It's just a little bit of wood carving, removing certain material to kind of bring out a shape.
Yeah.
And that works great with these guys. Pretty good size on these. Don't miss out on Lima Gold.
Lima Gold. All right, guys. Coming up next, we got an awesome cultivar. I love the Acer shirasawanum species, man. It's so cool. But we got a cool one for you here. Acer shirasawanum Gloria.
Oh yeah, Gloria, a really cool one. You know, there's a couple different red shirasawanums out there. It's not a secret, man. But I love the spectrum of them.
Yeah.
You know, you have the ones that have like, you know, that classic shirasawanum leaf. Then you get to kind of like that elongated kind of curving leaves, you know, that you get with some of those hybrids. This one, I'm thinking there might be some hybridization.
Yeah.
Don't, you know, that ain't written in stone, man, because I'm no geneticist or anything like that. But I just look at this thing and think it might have some other stuff going on just because how it looks, you know, comparatively to some of the other shirasawanums that we know are hybrids.
Right. Yeah, this is a great cultivar. I've grown this actually a couple different times in Oklahoma, here in North Carolina. Always performs really well. Now, currently, the one that I have in my garden, I have in a good amount of shade, and it's still holding that red color really well, even in the shadier location. So I like that about it. It's got a nice kind of serrated edge to the leaf, too, which kind of separates it from some of the others, very similar, like Purple Thunder or something like that. Purple Umbrella or some of those others, kind of those shirasawanum hybrids. But I think this one is just different enough to kind of give you a little different feel with the serrated edge. Crazy like crimson red fall color on this thing too. Really lights up in the fall. Nice kind of dense shrubby habit to it. Multi-branched. Not a huge tree. Really nice. Kind of that medium size. Fit a lot of different spaces in your garden. So make sure you check out Gloria. All right, coming up next, Acer Palmatum Ghost Dancer.
Yeah, this is an unofficial member of the Ghost series. You know, legally obligated to say that. This was one found by Town Buckholtz's neighbor. It's a really awesome tree. It's part of the reticulation nation, as we say. As we say, you know, everybody says.
Everybody
in the,
says
Maple
that.
Community. I just love this one. Brian and I were talking. I I love the reticulation on this. It's a really super crisp, clean like green on there on this beautiful kind of white background. This is a really, really beautiful tree.
Yeah, I love it. It does have that really like kind of crisp feel to it, like you were talking about. It's like this mint green color with that dark green veining. The leaves on it can be really, really bright white too, and especially if you give it in more of like a shady location in the garden. You can play around with the sun on this a little bit, but you probably do want to get this protected from the afternoon sun in most scenarios. That way you can kind of keep that color better and protect it from burning in the summer. But I mean, this, you know, if you're a collector of the reticulation style, this is definitely one you need in your collection for sure. I mean, I'm sitting here thinking, why don't I have this when I've got the Ghost series, you know, section of my garden? Maybe I could squeeze in a Ghost answer somewhere in there. Great fall color on this thing. It kind of bleeds into a lot of variety of color, kind of some yellows, some reds, some oranges kind of splotched in that leaf. Really nice. I just love that leaf, like you said. I think it really sets itself apart from some of the other reticulators that I think about in this realm, like Grandma Ghost and things like that. But really, really cool cultivar.
Yeah, super awesome, y'all. Make sure to pick one up today.
Ghost Dancer.
Guys, coming up next, we got an awesome Acer Palmatum shidari, an introduction from Talon Buckholz himself. This, you know, Brian and I were just talking about him, and we were looking, you know, through the ancient text of MrMaple.com. See that shidari means like orange and weeping. So let that be known.
Yeah, really cool. This one does come out kind of more of a reddish tone in the springtime. Then it kind of transitions into this nice kind of olive green with some orange to bronze blushing over top of that. Really, really cool. Now, this is going to be a pretty smaller size of the weeping style Japanese maple. It's not going to get as big as something like Omureyama, something like that. Really, really cool colors on this. I love that finely dissected leaf on it too. Really nice.
Yeah, it's super beautiful. I really enjoy like those bronze colors like you were talking about that it pushes. We shot a cultivar highlight of this one in Oregon at Talon Buckholz's personal property that he kind of decked out with a bunch of beautiful Japanese maples. And there it's just kind of this large, like mounding, spreading tree that has like this beautiful bronzy colors that just kind of glow with that kind of underlayered effect of that green underneath. And it holds that tipping for a while throughout the season. You know, you're going to get that red tipping a lot. And I just enjoy that. It's like a beautiful kind of gradient color out there in the landscape.
Yeah, good fall color on this too. You get some nice kind of bold reds in the fall on this. I love that we have some low grafts on this. I love that for container gardening. I think this would be a really cool tree for putting in a nice pot up on the porch somewhere. Really kind of enjoy all those transitions of color throughout the seasons. Pick you up a shidari. All right, next up, Acer Palmatum Omureyama.
Oh yeah, this is super cool Matsumura style maple. It has a semi-pendulous habit. Maybe for a nice container gardener out there.
Yeah, really cool habit on this one. You don't see that Matsumura style leaf kind of going more towards those like kind of almost like weeping style. Now this is more of just kind of an arching kind of habit to it, not a true weeper, but definitely kind of gives you that feel out in the garden. With that larger leaf, it kind of plays against, you know, what you think of as a dissectum, because it's just kind of somewhere in between, you know, with the Matsumura leaf. It's got a nice serrated edge to the leaf on it as well, so great texture. Just a really cool overall shape. One that I've had some experience growing over the years, and I always love this cultivar.
Yeah, this is super cool. I like seeing the pictures that we have on the website of people growing it in containers, and it looks really nice in the ground as well. But what really struck me is like that beautiful kind of fall color that you get, man. And I know sometimes it falls under like a catch-all, man. Like sometimes it feels a little bit like a cop-out to say, yeah, this one's got really great yellows, reds, and oranges. And then like, Corbin, bro, that's like all the colors that it can go over.
Right.
Hey, man, I'm sorry, man. This thing does go through those reds, yellows, and oranges.
Yeah.
And it just looks really beautiful out there in the landscape. This is one that's going to provide a lot of texture. It's going to provide a lot of shape. And it's going to provide a lot of color during that fall time.
Absolutely, man. Y'all pick up an Omureyama. All right, y'all. We got another cool tree for you here. You know, everybody's got a cool uncle, right? Man, this is the Uncle Ghost, Acer palmatum, Uncle Ghost. Talon Buckholt's introduction, part of the official Ghost series. I mean, this one used to be really, really uncommon in the trade. We've been trying to get it out there more and more over the last few years, but this one kind of for a long time on a lot of people's lists. We're like, oh man, I need to get Uncle Ghost. You know, we got purple, we got grandma, but the Uncle Ghost doesn't come around as often. We got some great sizes on this, some 2-gallon sizes. Man, I love this cultivar.
Yeah, this one's super cool. I just love anything that kind of gives you that beautiful pink spring color with the reticulation.
Yeah.
I think this would pair really nice with that Ghost Dancer we had up there earlier, because those reticulations, man, they play nice together. You can put them in similar conditions with each other, and they're just going to contrast that whole entire time. I just love looking at like the new growth that's on this one, kind of popping against kind of more of that more mature growth that's on there. You get those pinks kind of streaming up through, you know, those creams and ambery colors going on there. This one's really cool. I know a lot of people enjoy Uncle Ghost. It's not, you know, there's not the people that, I'm sure there's some diehards out there, but they're not as crazy as like the amber ghost and purple ghost people, man. You know, who's starting a street war out there to prove which tree is better.
Right.
But Uncle Ghost, it's going to be one for that graveyard garden, man. It's going to look good. And you got to have it to complete that Ghost series, man.
Complete the series with Uncle Ghost.
All right, coming up next, one of my favorite plants that we sell here at the nursery. We got an awesome Acer palmatum Kiyohime in some pretty nice 5-gallon sizes, man.
Yeah, this is a killer dwarf. Me and Corbin were just sitting here talking about just how many great dwarfs there are out there and how you could kind of pair those together and play around with a lot of that like similarities. But like sometimes whenever you have cultivars that seem similar, when you get them planted next to each other, you really start pinpointing those differences. I love like that spring splash that this thing can provide, that purple red border that you can get on that small little leaf. It just lights up, man. This thing almost glows in that springtime. It's one of my favorite like springtime interests of the dwarfs.
Yeah, I enjoy all like the hime types. You know, you have otohime, kurohime, kiyohime, benihime, all those, and then Murasaki kiyohime as well. And while they, like you said, while they might share some similarities, getting them all planted together will show you the shape's different.
Yeah.
The habit, like the growth habit can be different. The colors are different. With this one, it's super cool because it has more of like a toadstool shape.
Yeah.
It gets a lot wider than it does tall. So it really does provide with these like crazy structures in the garden. I remember one of my first trips, man, it was out to Maple Walk out in Charlotte.
Yeah.
Tom Nunnenkamp and Liv Jones have a beautiful garden out there. It was the fall time. I remember seeing this beautiful like Kiyohime with Matt and Brian, and it was pretty awesome.
Yeah, I actually remember that trip, man. It was a lot of fun. I actually went out there one time with Wesley as well, man. We did some drone footage out there. It was like so much fun getting out. But when you see these specimen sizes, especially the Kiyohime, it's just amazing just how wide that can grow with that like solid base, but it just wants to stretch out wide. I love that, man. It can be almost like a tabletop flat surface once it gets to that maturing habit to it. But pretty vigorous as a young plant as well. I mean, we got some great sizes for you here today. Kind of get a little bit of an instant gratification, especially for a dwarf to get one starting out this size. I think is a great opportunity, so don't miss out.
Pair it up with that Lima Gold.
Ooh. All right, next up, we got Acer palmatum Irish lace.
Bro, I thought you were going to let me do the Irish accent right there, man.
I was trying to spare the folks from your terrible Irish accent.
What the heck, man? You told me it was great, man. What the heck? Guys, today we got a beautiful Irish lace right here.
I love it, man. This is an awesome lace leaf, guys. We got a nice 2-gallon size here. These are a low graft, but they're staked up tall. I like that. I like a low graft staked. I think it just kind of creates a nice little body movement to the main trunk, which you can't get a lot of times on just a low graft regular. Staking it can kind of give you some movement with it. I love this lace leaf. Leaves out a nice kind of like a cherry red color in the spring.
Yeah, this is a super awesome one. you know, if you got some of that Irish heritage in you, man.
Oh, yeah.
Got to get you an Irish lace. You know, been to Ireland once or twice, man. Pretty awesome place, pretty cool people. My family, some of my family's from there too, man. I know my last name's Wildcat. Got some of the luck of the Irish going on in there too, man. This one's super cool. A wide spreading kind of lace leaf.
Yeah.
With some beautiful fall colors as well. Get those oranges and those yellows mixing together. Super beautiful one. That wider habit, man, is nice. You know, maybe sometimes you got a window you want to plant something in front of. You don't want it to get too high.
Right.
Get something that's super weeping. Get something that gets a lot wider than it is tall. Then you get to have like this beautiful kind of framing at the bottom of the window that you get to look out through, and it's not going to impede the view of the rest of your beautiful garden.
Yeah, I love kind of the texture this one provides too. It's got kind of a larger leaf to it. Really, really finely dissected on those lobes as well. Just kind of gives you that like saw blade look to it. Really, really nice dissect them for you guys today. Some great sizes. Don't sleep on this. We don't get this one around too often. Irish lace. All right, here we go. Now, I know there's a lot of y'all out there, those Japonicum lovers. This right here is like one of the most elite, in my opinion. Acer Japonicum Indian Summer.
Yeah, super dope fall color Japonicum. Really nice, beautiful leaf on this guy too. This is a 3-gallon. Guys, we got some 10 gallons of these as well.
I know.
I don't know how quick they'll be on the website, but maybe you can call the office and, you know, if you're looking for one, make an appointment for pickup, or, you know, buy one, put it in the hold section, come pick it up at the open house, because this is a tree you want some good size on.
Oh, yeah.
And the 3-gallon sizes are pretty nice. I mean,
absolutely.
A caliper of about maybe like a quarter, the size of a quarter at least. Super beautiful, some nice height as well. This is going to be one that's going to fit in perfectly with your Maikujaku that I know you already got in your garden. It's going to look good with all the other Japonicums playing around, some Yamakage, some Vidifolium. What's super cool is like, the Japonicums all kind of are in the same like realm of fall color together.
Right.
Like they all kind of have like a similar thing they do. But dude, the litany of colors, the combination of colors is so different on some of them. Like Vidifolium is just like this beautiful orange. You know, Maikujaku gives you these kind of tie-dye effects.
Mm-hmm.
Indian Summer gives you full leaves that are completely different colors, just all across the tree. I know Brian, whenever I started working here, you know, Brian is a big photography guy, bro. We got a huge set of Indian Summers in, and that was his background on his computer for like forever, man. And it was super cool. I was like, what the heck is that one, man? And he put me on.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Like, it's super cool Japonicum. Great fall color, like he was saying. I mean, we always kind of expect that with Japonicums, but this one just gives you like the whole spectrum of purples and yellows and reds and oranges, greens mixed in. I mean, it's just crazy how the transition starts to happen on this one. Now these are kind of, for me, like I think of Indian Summer as kind of like a big statement piece too in the garden. I have dueling pears planted in the front of my house, and I just love it. Every time I pull up by the house, I see those 2 Indian Summers sitting there, and I'm just like, man, this looks so good. And then when the fall hits, it's like just kind of the grand finale of my front yard garden. And I really love this cultivar. Definitely one you guys should pick up, especially on some good sizes like that. Don't miss out. Indian Summer.
Oh, yeah. Dude, this is a pretty dope 10 of 10, man. I'm like, sometimes, you know, you get going through the motions, you know, you start talking about some trees, and then you like look back and you're like, dang, bro, we talked about some super cool reticulated varieties, talked about some cool dwarf varieties.
Yeah.
And now we're on to the Japonicums, man. We didn't even plan it this way.
We have
Japonicums back to back. We got Acer Japonicum Berry Lights.
I mean, this thing is crazy. I love the lace leaf varieties of Japonicums because it literally takes that same kind of leaf that you think of with like Indian Summer we just talked about, and then just breaks it down into this crazy dissected leaf. I love that about, especially with fairy lights. I've got a good size one of these, and it's got that same kind of rigid habit too that like you see with like your Japonicums, but it's more of that kind of like smaller, almost like weeping slash small growth. I mean, it's not really like a true weeper. I don't really feel like it just weeps straight down to the ground, but it's really, really nice, tight, compact habit to it, and just kind of a dense bush. I love that about it.
Yeah, I know. Brian and I have kind of talked about trees like Scarlet Princess and this Fairy Lights, and like had this discussion about like, is that really like a weeping tree, or is it just kind of like this weird contorted kind of growth that kind of gives you a nice bush form? This is a tree I just really enjoy. There's one planted, you know, maybe 20 feet behind us, and it's beautiful in this garden. And that leads me to another point. Shout out to old Norman Nichols, man.
Yes, man.
And Evelyn Nichols too, bro.
Yeah.
I don't, everybody gives them love, but I like to shout them out, man, because, pretty much this is all because of them. Absolutely. Dude.
Yeah, we had a great conversation with Norman this morning. Just kind of set the tone for the day. Walked through the garden a little bit, talked to him about some of his chickens he's got going on back there, a little bit of gardening tips. It's always good to catch up with Norman. But yeah, I mean, we've got a beautiful specimen of this inside the garden here. And it seems like every time I see one, I'm just even more impressed just as they get more mature. Really, really great texture on this, and just overall great shape. And we've got some 5 gallons, we've got some 2 gallons. I mean, so you have some options here to get a good start on some of these. And it's a slow grower, so if you can get them in some bigger sizes like this, definitely the time to buy.
Yeah, guys, it's been hard. Had to leave my wallet at the house a couple times this week after this awesome truck came in. We got some really cool stuff, guys. I know that there's probably going to be an open house coming up pretty soon.
Yeah.
So get excited for that. It's going to be a fun time to check out some maples and just have a great time. Guys, Fairy Lights, super dope tree. And that's the last tree of the day today, man.
Last tree of the day today. We appreciate you guys watching the 10 at 10s. I mean, you guys are like clockwork, man. It's like when we drop a 10 at 10, we know the folks that are going to be there ready to rock and roll, ready to get clicking on the website and doing some shopping. We hope you guys enjoy the variety of plants that we try to bring. We always kind of try to plan out those 10 at 10s where it's like, okay, we need some good dwarfs on here. We need some Japonicums. We need to mix some things together. That way there's a little something for everybody. Because that's one thing about maples. It's like, no matter how diverse those maples can be, like people always have different tastes and things. So it's nice to provide a different group each time so people can kind of see what might strike their fancy, right?
Yeah, guys. So we really appreciate y'all for watching. If you appreciate us, man, drop a like. Subscribe, man, if you aren't subscribed already, which I think it's like 50% of the people that watch the videos aren't even subscribed yet. So come on, I'm talking to you right now. Click the subscribe button, leave a comment, tell us your favorite tree. My favorite tree, Kiyohime, man.
Woo. My favorite tree, Moonrise.
I mean, I was talking about on the 10 at 10 today, bro. Come on, man. But guys, we really appreciate y'all. Thanks for watching. Remember, take care.
God bless.
And have a great day.